The ceremony was a blend of diplomatic formalities and cultural showcases. Solari dancers performed weightless spirals through the air. Human musicians played orchestral pieces adapted to alien frequencies. Meanwhile, I tried not to stare at the princess, even though she kept glancing in my direction. At one point, I felt someone standing beside me. I turned, expecting Commander Vale. It was her. "Human," she said in a voice soft enough to feel like a warm current across my skin. "Your name?" I nearly dropped the datapad. Kai. Kai Rowan, Your Highness." She nodded slowly, as if testing the sound of my name internally. Kai. No titles. No distance. Just my name. She leaned in slightly. "You were repairing the communication arrays earlier." Her voice held no question, only certainty. "Yes," I replied. There was interference near the hyperwave broad. A faint smile touched her lips. "You were singing while you worked." Heat rushed to my face. "Why, Your Highness?" Sometimes I hum while calibrating. It helps with the rhythm." She tilted her head, her iridescent markings shifting color. "Solari frequencies resonate with intention. Your humming created harmony where there was disorder." "That's accidental." "I do not believe in accidents." Before I could respond, a Solari advisor approached her, whispering urgently. She listened, nodded, then looked back at me. Her expression changed, more serious, more deliberate. She stepped closer, much closer, close enough that her breath brushed my ear with warm, shimmering air. "Meet me in my room tonight, human." My heart stopped. "Why?" I whispered. "You will understand," she murmured. "And it concerns far more than either of our worlds knows." Then, without another word, she turned and vanished into the shimmering entourage, leaving me paralyzed, confused, and trying desperately to calm my racing pulse. I spent hours pacing the crew corridor. Was this a test? A trap? A diplomatic nightmare waiting to happen? But the princess's voice replayed in my mind with crystalline clarity. "Meet me in my room tonight." The halcyon cycled through night mode. Lights dimmed, halls quieted. At 0200, I finally forced myself toward the Solari guest wing. The guards recognized my face somehow, exchanging looks I couldn't decipher. Without a word, they stepped aside. Her door opened automatically. And there she stood. No royal armor. No shimmering dress. Just soft Solari nightwear, pale, flowing, almost liquid in the dim glow. "You came," she said. "You asked." She seemed pleased by that answer. Inside, her quarters were unlike anything I'd seen aboard a human ship. Constellation lights shifted across the ceiling. The air smelled faintly of starlight and something sweet, like cosmic nectar. But what drew my attention was the table at the center. A holographic map hovered above it. Not of a region, not of a star system, of the galaxy. And glowing red across its spiral arms were dozens, no, hundreds, of pulsing signals. "What is all this?" I whispered. She motioned for me to approach. "These are anomalies the Solari have been tracking. Fissures in space, fractures in dimensions. Something is spreading. Something ancient and relentless." I stared at the red pulses. "Why call me here? I'm a communications tech." "You are more than that," she said. "Your harmonic signature is rare." "My what?" She stepped closer, tracing a glowing fingertip near my chest. Not touching, but close enough that I could feel warmth. Humans generate resonance fields when they feel emotion. But your resonance harmonizes with Solari deep-wave patterns. That sounds impossible. It is extremely rare. And extremely necessary. For what? Her eyes glimmered. To save both our worlds. Before I could respond, the map flickered violently. A deep vibration tremored through the ship. An anomaly? I asked. No, she whispered. It's here. The lights dimmed. A tearing sound, metal grinding on a frequency I'd never heard, ripped through the air. Then darkness. The emergency lights flickered on, bathing her in red. We must go, she said sharply, grabbing my wrist. Now. The escape. She pulled me through winding corridors, moving with urgency and grace. Solari guards were already in formation, plasma arches ignited. What's attacking us? I demanded. She didn't look back. Shadows from outside space. They consume resonance. They devour life. We emerged into a docking bay in chaos, alarms blaring, technicians scrambling, and a swirling rift forming in the air like a wound in reality. Creatures spilled from it, shifting silhouettes with no form, only absence. Princess, a guard shouted. We've lost containment. She turned to me. Kai, listen carefully. Our frequencies together can destabilize the rift. I need you to resonate with me. How the hell do I do that? You already know. She placed both hands on my shoulders. Her markings brightened until they illuminated the entire bay. Feel. Don't think. The rift pulsed violently, shadows streaking toward us. I felt panic, fear, helplessness. But beneath it, beneath the chaos, a melody, the same instinctive rhythm I hummed when repairing systems. An internal frequency. And she felt it too. Her glow synced with the rhythm beating inside my chest. Our energies intertwined, two frequencies harmonizing into one resonant wave. A shockwave burst outward. The shadows recoiled, dissolving into particles. The rift shuddered. Again, she cried. We pushed harder, harmonizing the sound. Her radiant energy. My human resonance. A unified frequency neither species could create alone. The rift imploded with a thunderous silence. Then, finally, it vanished. The bay fell quiet except for alarms echoing distantly. She collapsed against me, trembling from exertion. You did it, she whispered. We did it. For a moment, we simply breathed, alive, shaken, and bound by something impossible to explain. The twist morning cycle lights brightened across the ship. Repair crews assessed damage. Commanders barked orders. Meanwhile, Princess Lyrian and I stood before the damaged map projection. Why me? I finally asked. Out of everyone on this ship? She hesitated. Because the Solari prophecies spoke of a resonant other, someone not of our kind, but whose harmony would complete ours. You think that's me? I don't think, she said softly. I know. Her expression changed, more vulnerable, almost fearful. There is something else, she added quietly. My father, the Emperor, he may not approve. Of the prophecy? Of us. That word hung between us like fragile starlight. Us. I repeated, unable to keep the hope from my voice. She stepped closer, her hand brushing mine, intentionally this time. I felt your resonance, Kai. I felt your fear, your courage, your heart. It is rare for a Solari to feel such clarity, with anyone. Rarer still with a human. Before I could respond, the door hissed open. Commander Vale stormed in. Princess, the High Council demands immediate explanation. And Kai, he glared at me. Step away from her. Lyrian immediately placed a protective hand on my arm. He stays. Your Highness, this is a diplomatic breach. This is survival, she snapped. Without him, we all would have been consumed. Vale's expression softened, though still conflicted. Then you must both report to the council. The princess straightened, regal and unyielding. We will. She looked at me, soft, certain. We faced them together. Ending the council chamber aboard the Halcyon was a fusion of Solari elegance and human engineering, glowing pillars, floating data orbs, crystalline acoustics. 6 Solari elders, 3 human commanders, and the Emperor himself appeared via shimmering projection. Tension crackled through the air. Lyrian stepped forward, chin high. The anomalies have grown stronger. Last night we repelled one only because Kai and I resonated in harmony. A joint frequency is the key to stopping the spread. The Emperor's voice boomed. My daughter, you risked your life. I saved lives, she corrected. And so did he. The Emperor's projected gaze shifted to me. Human Kai Rowan, you possess something rare. Something dangerous. Do you understand the weight of what you are? I swallowed. Not fully, sir. But I want to learn. Silence fell. Finally, the Emperor spoke. Then the choice is hers. Lyrian turned to me, and for the first time, looked uncertain. Kai, she said softly, if you stay by my side, you may never return to the life you know. You will train with us, fight with us, travel beyond human boundaries. It will change you. Will it change how you look at me? I asked. Her glow warmed. It already has. I stepped closer, voice steady. Then I'm staying. Her breath caught. Relief. Hope. Something deeper. She reached for my hand. I took it. The Emperor nodded gravely. Then let it be known, the first human Solari resonant alliance is formed. Prepare yourselves. The anomalies will return. As the projection faded, Lyrian faced me fully. You know, I said, squeezing her hand lightly, the first thing you ever said to me was, meet me in my room tonight. A soft, luminous blush traced her cheeks. And you came. Would you ask again? She leaned close, closer than she had the first time, her forehead brushing mine, her glow enveloping us both. Every night, she whispered. Then, with the galaxy on the brink and our futures intertwined, she added, and every fight, every journey, every danger, we face them together, human. Outside the chamber windows, the stars seemed to pulse in resonance, as if acknowledging the beginning of something new, something powerful, something forbidden, something destined. And so began the unlikely alliance, a human technician and an alien princess, bound not by fate alone, but by harmonies strong enough to shake the cosmos. The end.